Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello,
Man,
ladies and gentlemen.
you'll never guess what happened, man. Dude, he hit. I'm just fucking with y'all. He's here.
What's up, fuckers?
I was gonna say he canceled on us and rescheduled on us, but fucking AK Daddy himself in the flesh.
What's going on, guys? It's good to be here.
Hell yeah, man! Appreciate you coming on, dude.
Hey, Brandon,
Absolutely.
I just want to let you know, I told my my 3-year-old and my 5-year-old that you're going to be on with us on the podcast, and my daughter watches all your videos, and
that makes me feel like a terrible piece of shit.
and she drew this.
Oh,
I didn't draw this at all, but a child drew that.
Yeah,
that's a great way to get suspended from kindergarten.
Yeah, right. I think I saw your initials at the bottom of that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have signed. I mean, my daughter shouldn't have signed that with my initials.
Yeah. So it's funny. I see people in the chat saying, like, our mods, like, I don't know why, but I'm just so nervous. But I did want to start. Obviously, this interview is going to be 100% about the AK-50. Nothing else.
Perfect. I'm glad I allowed it an hour to this. We got a lot to go over.
Yeah. No, I'm fucking around. But I mean, obviously, I'm sure we'll probably hit on that. But yeah, man. A couple things I just want to ask, like, why the fuck would you agree to come on our show?
So I was promised Dugan was going to be here, so this is a little bit, a little awkward, but no, man, it's yeah, dude. I've always done that. I've always kind of liked doing stuff like this, even like I've done super small podcasts and things like that, and sometimes you just have more fun there. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I especially getting in more with Twitch and stuff like that, just a live format, being able to talk to people and then talking to a live chat, you get that instant response. It actually allows you to just kind of like hone where you think you're at a little bit better, I think.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about your channel getting canceled. It's just ours.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, you are free range. But it's funny, you actually have been one of the top, like, requested people to get on the show. James Reeves was on. Oh, actually, we did have. So I spoke with James Reeves today, and he said, "Tell Brandon that I said hello."
Ah, yeah, James is a cool dude. I was just over at his house on my way to Texas, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had stopped through New Orleans, so I was like, oh fuck, all right, I'll go see James.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's awesome.
Yeah, he is fun. He's a fun dude to party with.
Yeah. Does he keep those short ass shorts on the whole time?
Oh, it's like the Superman thing where he just keeps them on under whatever he's wearing. And so if the situation calls for it, they're just like rip away off his pants.
Like those old school pants with the buttons down the side?
The old Adidas track pants where you just rip them off.
Right. That's what they're made for. Hell
yeah. Oh, CRS is in chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. CRS plugged our live stream in his live stream. So it's funny. Yeah, I said you were one of the most requested, guests. But
your viewers need better taste, is what that means.
Well, they love that Soviet, Eastern European, town block, just Gucci, and they actually say that you and I have a lot in common. They say that I respond to my emails as frequently as you work on the AK-50.
So, or basically as frequently as I respond to my emails. So yeah,
it's funny that I couldn't believe you responded within like 5 minutes, because I'm the guy, and I don't know if you know this, I'm the guy that for about the last year has been commenting, send me a dong like that you signed with a Sharpie.
Really?
So, if you've seen that like 1,000 times.
I haven't. So that's the only time, like, because people are like, wow, he responded in like 36 seconds. Like, yeah, because like if I see it, I'm responding right then. Because if I don't respond right in that moment, you're never getting a response.
Yeah.
I will either not see it or I will completely forget. I have like a terrible, I see a shiny object. I forgot what the fuck we're talking about.
Dude, I think that's how a lot of us are. Bacon, what's up, brother? 3 dislikes already. Winning. Thank you. Aren't dislikes a good thing on YouTube?
Yeah, actually, so the motherfuckers who don't, they're like, oh, I hate this guy so much. I'm gonna comment, respond to all of the comments, telling out everybody how much of a piece of shit he is. Dislike the video. It's like, hey, YouTube does not give a fuck if you're doing positive comments or negative comments. They give a fuck about engagement. So it's if you're interacting on that video at all, you're helping whoever made that video.
They're like, I'm going to share this with all my friends and tell them what bullshit it is.
Please do it. It's going to hurt me so badly.
Yeah. Yep. Tucson Blue. You got it, man. It's engagement.
There should be, I'm going to tell my mom button.
Yeah, right.
Mom, come pick me up.
Someone said that's an A5 behind Brandon. My weaponized autism detects a John Moses Browning design.
That is not an A5. I do not own an A5. So you're you might want to dial in the autism a little.
Oh, that's great.
I wish I had an A5.
So I heard an interesting fact about you that lots of people may not know.
Oh.
That I heard your first channel was not not technically a firearms channel on YouTube.
So what'd you hear?
So I want to give the community an opportunity to guess. Your autism is wrong. Be nice, Kimball. I want to give the community an opportunity to guess, but I was told that it was an airsoft channel.
Oh, so I'm curious where you heard it.
Your mouth.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, it was. I was like,
Tell me about that shit.
I was in like 6th grade. And basically, we watched this dude who was
Did you have the beard back then?
Fuck no. I did not. And I probably tried to start growing it before I really should have. So it was just really bad for a while. But I got that terrible like Latino fucking facial hair. So like I probably look like Vote for Pedro from fucking Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah. But we watched this dude. I think his name was like Dude in a Mask or something like that on YouTube, and we're like, hey, like we like airsoft shit, and this was like 2 years after YouTube was founded, right? And we're just like, hey, we like airsoft shit, and they send him guns for free because he does dumb internet videos. We could do that. It was me and my best friend at the time, and we made a fucking airsoft channel and did dumb airsoft reviews and same shitty humor, and it was probably really fucking cringe. And I haven't. It's long deleted. I just wish I had saved some of the videos somewhere because I think that'd be kind of cool to look back at.
Internet Archive might have it.
That's what I was about to say.
Really, I'm gonna have to look for that because it was a long time. I mean, like deleted like fucking 10 years ago. Deleted.
Jay Ford, thank you for the super chat, brother. Yeah, I felt like I had to do because I've been a fan. We're all kind of a fan, right? We all watch your content.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, for sure. And I started doing some like digging on who's done like interviews with Brandon, right? And I found like a couple like smaller podcasts that you've been on. Obviously, we're a smaller channel as well because we talk about crazy stuff and
right. The fun stuff.
Yeah, right. And I heard you say it was airsoft. I was like, what? But you've actually had like 3?
Yeah, the other one was interpretive dance. I've watched all of those.
God
videos.
Damn it. That is so weird because I'm not fucking kidding you. I was about to make that joke. So that's where stay off my fucking Wi-Fi.
Not underwater basket weaving?
Yeah, so there was another one that was gun related, but I deleted that one too. I wish I hadn't because I grew that one pretty decent, and I was, I don't know, what was I at the time? Like 16, 17 when I had that channel. Yeah, about 16. And it was, some of it's kind of cringe. I was doing like Call of Duty guns in real life, just like, different guns that I could borrow or from friends or shit. And just like, dude, I just fuck around. And I grew that channel to like, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 subs. And I deleted it because I just didn't want anything to do with it anymore. But I regret that now so much because I'm like 4,000 subs in like 2012 could have been God knows how many right now if I had just kept it up. Which, I mean, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's like,
even if you just left it and did nothing to it.
Maybe it's a good thing though, because I do feel like I did get fortunate that the channel blew up when it did, because I don't think younger me was kind of a shithead, so like I don't think that would have went well. So like, okay,
and that was
maybe
younger
it was
for you.
Pardon me. Sorry, you cut
I said
out.
that was younger you.
Oh no, I'm still a shithead, just a little bit more of a mature one, which is relative, I guess. But yeah, no, I'm glad that I guess everything happened the way it did when it did.
Got a question for you. James Reeves said his first gun he got at like 16 years old. It was like a Ruger pistol. And I remember you said your first gun was actually a shotgun. How old were you when you got that?
Fuck. I want to say, so technically, of course, I didn't buy it. It was bought for me. I saved up the money to buy it, whatever. But it was a Mossberg 500. I was like 13, 14, something like that. I wasn't even like, of course, I was still a kid. I wasn't even allowed to keep live ammo, like keep it loaded or anything like that. But it was just kind of one of those out of principle. It's like, this is my gun,
Oh yeah, I think
I'm
we
the
all
man
got
of the
one.
house now, Dad.
Yeah, I wear the pants, Dad. Ow, 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 stop.
So, that was the 870 was your first one, right?
The Mossberg 500, same pump action design kind of thing.
That's right. Sorry, I confused it.
Yeah, I actually have it behind me, but I've been drinking today, and I think YouTube and streaming doesn't like that. I don't think you can handle guns on YouTube live streams anymore.
No,
Yeah,
you're not allowed to.
Yeah, you can't handle them, but you can display them. Now,
Yes.
Here's the interesting thing. We've learned we haven't played with fire too much, but if you stream through a third party like StreamYard and you handle like airsoft or things like that, wink, wink, we haven't been taken down, and we've had some pretty crazy stuff on camera. I just think the algo can't pick it up.
I think it's the algorithmically, you're good to go in that regard, but it's when people report you, because I had a recent run-in with that. I think I was targeted, and my new YouTube rep agrees that I was targeted with the strikes.
Really?
And because it was quick, and if it wasn't for my YouTube rep being fucking awesome, big ups to that guy, he's fucking awesome. I would have lost my livelihood, because we got 2 strikes you can only get 3 strikes within 90 days. Like, they go away after 90 days, but 3 strikes in a 90-day period, you get channel deletion. And I had 2 within 7 days.
Damn.
And
I remember that time period.
I got 1 removed, thankfully, and a week after that was removed, I got a 3rd. So if that one wasn't removed, I would have lost everything. So that was not cash money. I was not sleeping very sound for a little while.
That was off of the gun meme review with the Kenosha kid, right?
Believe it or not, that one didn't get struck. That one got removed for sure. Obvious reasons. There's a lot of jokes that were made, something along the lines of like the first guy he shot, ended up having a criminal rap sheet. Like he ended up like molesting a bunch of kids and shit like that when he was a teenager. And I'm like, yeah, well, he died doing what he loved, trying to touch a child.
I cracked up laughing. The other one that kills me is you and oh my god, James Reeves, AK versus AR. I'm like, James Reeves was way worse than what the stuff that you were saying, and I'm like, how did Brandon's get removed?
It got removed. It got removed for bullying, and I'm like, James is my friend. We called each other on the phone to agree to do this like crossover collab. How the fuck do you?
Such a bully.
It got removed from bullying. Oh my god! I thought it was like
it was
yours
like
was
cyberbullying.
Considered controversial, and I'm like, he's talking about bullets going through the neighbors' walls and into kids' heads, and this didn't get removed. Like,
we used it as an opportunity to shit on AR guys. Like, you guys are such pussies that you had to get my video removed because it hurt your fees.
Of course. I will say, though, and I actually have a question regarding that, but sure. I will say I have several AKs that are mostly at the back of my safe, and then several ARs that are mostly at the front.
Right, because he wants
save,
something that's going to run reliably when he pulls it out.
Save the best for last. I understand.
Exactly.
No, it blows the internet's mind to know that I own several AR-15s. I'm like, yeah, it's almost like they're tools or something, and it's nice to have multiple of them for different purposes.
Yeah, because you never know what magazines you're going to be ripping off of a cadaver. You know
that, and I'm a fucking nerd. Like I like tools. I like mechanisms. I have a reference library, is what I call it, where it's just like, even if I don't like a firearm design, if it's unique and different, I want it because it's cool to analyze, like, what did they do here? Why did they do that? Is there anything I can learn from this? You know?
Especially if you're actually building and putting it together. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Len.
What got you into actually wanting to start up a firearms manufacturing company? I was always curious about that.
Being a retard, frankly. Not a good line of not a great idea to do, especially if you have like no industry experience. Definitely recommend. People are like, I want to start my own gun company. What should I do? I'm like, dude, I am a fluke. All right.
I don't have college debt, so I'm finding debt somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I dropped out of college, thankfully. And so I found that college debt in another place. Too. Yeah, I made it 3 semesters. I was doing pre-law, man. I was going to law school, and just like told my parents later, I'm like, look, I don't want to waste anybody's time here. Even if I do get a law degree, I'm gonna eat 115 grain hollow point. Like I don't like this at all. So I'm like, I'm gonna try this gun thing before that. And thankfully it worked out. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend for those people working at a place first. Learn the industry, learn the ins and outs, learn, just learn a shitload of stuff before you try to start out on your own. Because unless you have a freak accident and YouTube blows up for you, you're fucked.
Yeah, learn the encroachment. I mean, learn the aspects of the ATF.
Of course, they're my favorite people to work with, especially our new proposed director.
Oh God, you know what though? That's a play, and I got to give it to him. If you're gonna do it from the inside and rot it out.
Yeah, that I'm not looking forward to, and that's what I tell people. I'm like, call your senators, because this dude, like, at least to the midterms, right? We'll see how things shake out then, but it's like, if we can postpone this dude to where he has the littlest window of impact on our lives possible, that's awesome. Because if you can tie him up in the, as it turns out, I've said this before, taking a selfie in front of a bunch of burning kids is not a job disqualifier.
I saw that. I died laughing.
Oh, I mean, God.
Not because of the burning kids, but because of what you said. Yeah.
But it's like, oh God, guys, like, if we could just tie him up in the Senate for as long as possible, it's like, okay, just narrow the damage. And so it's like, hopefully I just need to fucking apply for my FFL here in Texas now soon, because I was telling somebody the other day, like, there's going to be a crystal knock, like Night of the Long Knives within the ATF. As soon as this dude comes in, they're going to remove all the people that aren't on the agenda.
Oh yeah. How hard is it going to be to reestablish moving from where you were to Texas on getting the business and everything going? Is it pretty easy, or just signing some documents saying, hey, I'm over here now?
Not difficult, but it ain't easy. So the it's not that easy, but it's not going to be like a big deal. I'm probably going to be signing a lease on a place this week. We found a location that I think is going to work for us. Little like 4,000 square foot warehouse, but it's like, it's got AC. It's actually really, really pretty fucking new construction. It's got finished office space, perfect for just off
shooting in the back.
Hey, we actually told. Oh God,
I wasn't going to bring that up, but you did end right there. It was a beautiful transition.
No, I didn't realize that.
If you could just tie him up.
Allegedly. But no, for the process on that, it's going to be basically, if you could do an amendment to an FFL if you're moving locations within the same state. However, if you're moving out of state, you have to apply for an entirely new FFL. So we're going to have to go through the FFL application process, but thankfully, because we'll be retiring the last FFL when we do the move, we can transfer all our SOT items and everything without law letters or anything, because it's when you're turning in your SOT, you don't require a law letter. It's called a no stamp, I think, or a no letter item.
So you don't have to destroy all your inventory,
right?
And then start it new again. Oh my God, I would cringe.
Yeah,
I would cringe.
I know. I just have 2 locations. we'd have 2 different shops.
Yeah, hell yeah. So how does it work? Like, how do you balance, having a physical location? Like, you're in 0207, right?
Yeah, 0702, I think. Yeah.
Or 0702. So you manufacture and sell. How do you balance, being a YouTube personality and having like Donut has 50 skate shop and he gets swatted all the time, right? Like, how do you balance being a personality and having an actual location where people can find you?
So
most of these folks can't find me yet.
Right. That's why people don't understand. They're like, when are you gonna have a storefront? I said, never. Because like we got to be able to do the work that we need to do, and I don't see a way that we can do that. And like maybe one day we'd have to grow quite a lot and be able to afford just have people up front, because people are going to want to come in and talk. They're going to want to come in and because we're not even set up to do NICS checks. Like we only ship to other FFLs. So people buy guns from us online, and then we send it to their FFL, because we don't have anything where people could do personal transfers with us or anything like that. And it's just it's difficult, because even the emails, like it's really hard to filter through work emails, because you got, and I don't get me wrong, like it sounds douchey when you complain about it, like people like fan mail and things like that. It sounds really shitty, but like it's also a hard thing to balance. Okay, this is working time, and so we're still figuring it out. We've got some good people now that are handling that finally. So
I imagine it's got to be really, really difficult to work on a 50 BMG AK with all that going on.
Yeah, and mostly, and the thing is, like, people are like, why aren't you working on it? It's because like we outsource all the machining, so like 3 months at the machine shop, it's like, I mean, what are we supposed to do? Like, will it to existence? Like, sit there in the back with a file and a piece of steel? It's like, no, dude. It's like,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's like 5% working, 95% waiting. Yeah.
I used to work in the industry just as a sales associate, and I got for 5 years like a really good inside look at the industry. And what's up, Tara? What's up, Matt?
If it's okay to ask, where did you work?
I worked in. It would totally dox me. I worked at a. It was.
I think I know. If you.
Not a major manufacturer. It was
right.
It was a just a over the counter sales.
Okay, got it. I thought some things we had said previously before I.
Oh yeah,
I thought
none of those. Yeah, not Knights, not CMMG. It was an actual.
I was going to get CMMG. That was what I thought. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was. I mean, I worked with all those guys. Like I worked with CMMG. I worked with all the distributors, and
Mike Odell actually just came down, and we hung out for a couple days, filmed some stuff with them.
Dude,
hey, I see Blue Sticks in here asking, and I think Brandon, you might be the perfect one to be able to do this as long as they stay legal. Is there such a thing as 80% for an AK?
Yeah. There's a couple of them. A couple different ones. You could do like unbent flats, and like where you actually, it's just like the stamped sheet metal is just still flat, and you actually have a jig and a hydraulic press that you can bend it into shape, and then spot weld in the rails. But they've even gotten better now. They've got like Recreator blanks, and Childers guns sell 80% blanks that and some of those are already heat treated, and they already have the rails welded in. You just have to cut it away for the ejector, and so like it's actually not that difficult. So like you know, a lot of people in the 3D printing world and whatnot are doing things in that regard. I still to this, like with the Plastikov and everything like that, which I think is a really neat fucking concept, right?
Yeah.
And I shit on 3D printed stuff for when people try to say it's, you know, just as good, because it's fucking not. But I don't want to shit on the idea, because like that is the future. I really want to see that advance. But it is so much easier to the average person to drill 2 holes on a prefab lower that's actually made of steel, you know?
Well, what do you think about a polymer lower pistol, or basically a polymer lower for a Makarov?
I don't think it could work.
Violent? Yeah,
because it's because there's no lockup. It's or no delay mechanism, I should say. So it's all steel, and it's kind of aggressive, and there's a very hefty spring in it too because of that, because it's all direct blowback. And so that I'm not saying it couldn't be done. I'm saying it shouldn't be done.
Just market it as what is it? Jimenez, that crappy pistol. That just put the name out there. Be like, oh, this is a Jimenez pistol.
Yeah, it's Davis, Jimenez, all those.
It's one of those things where it's like they're found in evidence lockers across the world.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's a kind of brings up a cool question. Aside from your 9x18 Makarov, do you carry any other less than lethal?
Oh, fuck you. Actually, I carry a Glock 19 now, or a Glock clone. It's like the GST 9.
That's the one you built?
Is that the one that you built?
So we actually staged the building for the video. They actually sent me a completed one. Nice. So I didn't, and it's kind of cool. The serial number on the bottom is, I think it was like AK Guy 9 or something like that. I'm like, that's cool, guys. But nice. I genuinely do like that pistol. It's pretty neat, because I've got my Hollis Sun optic on it now, and
hell yeah.
I need all the fucking help I can get with pistol shooting, so that's really neat.
You're supposed to be wearing glasses, aren't you? I think you mentioned that once or twice.
I have had massive trauma to my eyes as well, so that doesn't help.
I don't want to know how that happened.
You know, do you know the average speed of male ejaculate? It is incredibly fast. No, it was. I took a blank to the eye at one point, at basically point blank, and almost ruined all of my vision in my right eye.
Damn, brother.
Kind of a freak accident, but like 3 days of like no vision in my right eye, so that was not cool. But
didn't you also break your clavicle on the AK-50?
Yeah. I was on PKA the other night, and we were talking about that. Like in the slow-mo video, you can see it just like break through my fucking collarbone.
Oh,
yeah. And I didn't notice, is the funny part, because it wasn't like a solid break. It wasn't a complete snap. It was a fracture. But the bone was still doing shit that bone should not be doing. But the reason I didn't notice is because I was in a hurry. We were trying to do more testing. Like, we were trying to do 50 testing. And so I was trying to figure out. So we were having the first problem with like galling. And I was trying to figure out, like, why the fuck does this thing not want to run? Like, we were getting it to run semi-auto. And we're like, perfect. And that's when we had our heat treat issue, our galling issue. And I wanted to, like, I was like getting frustrated. So like, I'm getting flustered. I'm not really thinking straight. I'm just like, fucking work. And so I loaded another round. I propped it up against a 9 board. So there's no recoil absorption at all. It's just like the barrel is on a 9 board, and I'm shooting into a berm, and I'm leaned super forward really aggressively. And we just had a PRS stock with no rubber butt pad. It was just the plastic. So no recoil absorption there. And the gun failed. And of course, you know, semi-automatic weapons have less recoil than bolt gun. You just feel it for longer. It's more of a delayed thing. It's just less snappy, right? They just shoot softer, typically.
Yeah.
It's seized. So the bolt seized halfway through the rotation, meaning it was basically just like shooting a single shot gun. So sharp recoil.
Bolt action at that point.
Yeah, essentially. And it was because I was leaned so forward aggressively, the only thing contacting the stock was my fucking collarbone. And you could see it. The amount of motion of going in and out is just a little. You're like, oh,
damn, dude.
And I didn't notice because my left ear pro was out. So
wow.
I'm just like, ow, fuck. I'm like, I did not realize. Yeah, I just shot a 50 with no ear pro. Awesome.
Oh,
and then like I'm like, fuck. And after that died down, I was just like, ow. And I realized later, like, oh yeah, that broke.
Jesus.
That wasn't a bone bruise. Got a question for you, man. I've always heard this, and everybody's talked about it. You've also mentioned it too. You don't want the bolt to come back and hit you, the operator in the face, like the AK-50, this or that.
Yeah.
Could you intentionally? I know you can, but do you ever think you're going to do a video on intentionally making a weapon system fail and have like a pumpkin behind, the bolt carrier group, whatever, for it to be able to launch in and actually see what the traumatic effect could possibly be of a uncaptured bolt or slide, something along those lines? I've always wanted to see that, and I've always seen it in gun fail videos, but I've never seen it done intentionally.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, I hadn't considered it before, but that's definitely something we can do. We thought about doing one because I've had one where it is blown. I've had guns blown up on me from like out of batteries and shit like that. And I also took shrapnel to the eye because it's when I was younger and didn't believe in iPro like a fucking tool when I'm test firing shit. And we thought about recreating that and showing like what happens why Headspace is important. Why it is crucial to get shit like this right, because if you're off by 0.002 of an inch, and sometimes you can have a fucking hand grenade. Like everything will look right, everything will work right until you go to pull that trigger.
That's why, like, dude, the go no go cartridges are always available because people don't fucking buy them. Like no one checks headspacing. Like
it's the number one thing. Like if you're gonna have. If you should have, especially if you've got a gun that you're shooting a lot, you have your cleaning kit, you have your cleaning solvent, whatever, just basic maintenance. Fucking Headspace gauge, it's $30, and just you don't even need a go gauge because you can use a cartridge pretty much as a go gauge. You get a no go. If you put in a no go and it closes on a no go, you got a fucking problem.
Yeah. So Armitage, he's one of our OGs. Says, okay, I know I'm going to take crap for this, but why a 50? Why not a 458 Shy-Tac or 20 millimeter? The 50 is good at everything, but it's not great at anything.
Well, somewhat for the meme, but other than that, 20 millimeters is a destructive device, so that immediately makes it completely irrelevant to the mainstream.
Oh shit, that's right.
So 20 millimeters horseshit, that's immediately out. 458 price of ammo for one, and then secondly, like the platform doesn't lend itself to high accuracy at longer ranges. Like we've pushed it before, and in fact we're going to be pushing it again soon without spoiling too much, but you can push the platform to greater accuracy than people think you can, but it's still long stroke gas piston is just something that is not tailored for precision. So like it's better. It's more just the energy of the 50 BMG and the wide stream availability. So, you got 10 round magazines that are pretty widely available. Like, so.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think 50 BMG is great at most things. I still think AK 40 Mike. Yeah, that'd be dope. Or just like a Mark, was it Mark 19?
Yeah, Mark 19s are fucking rad.
Yeah,
that's what my crew serve weapon in the Navy was, the Mark 19.
Yeah, dude.
Love that bitch, man.
I was gonna ask, what was your experience with it? Because the people either fucking love it or they hate it, because it's like half of them ran like a queen, and then the other half run like dog shit.
So we had a good armor on the ship. The first couple test fires and practice runs just for getting qualified on it, it was kind of a jam-o-matic, like every sixth round. And after they tweaked it, there's basically a little bit of metal shaving in like one of the gear mechanisms, something like that. Greased it up, And after that, I called it my black golf ball launcher because you thump, 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 and you can see like it looks like a black golf ball going the distance and landing in a school of tuna or whatever. And thump, thump. I'm never gonna admit that there may have been a pot of dolphins trying to eat that school of mackerel. Never will admit that, but I can say it.
Allegedly.
I will never shoot at the water with the Mark 19 again.
Allegedly.
I like how you say there was a school of dolphins. Past tense.
Oh God, I feel bad because I used to love watching Flipper as a kid. Man, I really love that guy.
God.
Oh God.
Fuck.
Dude, so I heard something really interesting, and like you could weigh in on this. I spoke to a guy as a viewer guest. He's actually been on a couple times. He had said that he was a grenadier in the military, and he said we were talking about getting a 203, and obviously through all legal channels, and he was like, dude, the 203 sucked. And we start talking about 40 millimeter ammo and the HEDP rounds HEDP rounds. And he said, well, you may not know this, but the Mark 19 and the 203 take completely different ammunition. Is that true?
Yes. One's low velocity, the other is high velocity.
Say again?
One's low velocity, the other one's high velocity. Meaning that there's more powder charge, so you get more range. I think we could reach out to about 600 yards, if I'm not mistaken, with the Mark 19. And the 203, you're at like 200 yards maximum with a tailwind. And I was watching the stream. It's 17 meters, aka 17 revolutions. So it's 1 revolution a meter. On our ship, we actually had 1 round explode maybe 2 feet outside of the barrel. And we had to dump probably 12,000 rounds of 40 millimeter grenades right off the side of the ship. A couple people got shrapnel. The railing literally looked like you took a cigarette and stuck it in a candle all up and down. That shit's no joke, man. That is no joke. It's crazy.
I guess I just thought like 40 mil was 40 mil, so I found that pretty interesting.
The charges may be the same, but the powder load is going to be different.
I didn't know that either.
That's cool. Okay, Brandon, real serious question.
What's up?
I have an SLR 106 UR SBR,
Nice.
the Arsenal crank and 5. That's a lot of letters. It's the crank 5.56.
Mm-hmm. It's very nice.
Cool gun. And I got it because, corrosive ammo was more popular around that time. I kind of just made a lot of excuses. If I wanted to make that really cool, would you? I actually do a couple things. Would you rather? Yeah, there's a Dremel on my wall right there. It only runs at 35,000. That's it. It's not adjustable.
Oh yeah, no, I've had Dremels like that where it's like, oh, there's off and crackhead speed. Awesome.
that is literally mine. Not adjustable. That's why all my P80s got like drag marks and shit. But they all run. So my question is, do you think it'd be more effective or cooler to, convert it to 300 blackout or 5.45? And I'm not a 300 blackout fan. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I'm personally not either. I've built AKs in 300 blackout. It
would be easier to do that, but
I find it's actually not.
No,
it should be about the same. Depending on the mag well. I'm not sure if you can use 74 mags in a 106, but
they do click in. But I'm sure the front trunnion and the barrel would have to be changed and all that.
No, the barrel, yeah, the barrel would. But the front trunnion's fine. The bolt Dugan is fine. The bolt should be able to take 5.45, even though it's 5.56.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, so it's the base of that casing, the head of that casing rim diameter. That's the measurement I was thinking about. Is damn near identical. It's off by like a couple thousandths of an inch. So you can use them back and forth, and it's not really too bad.
Damn. Okay. So I'll just send it to you. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
yeah,
Brandon. So we've had Cody Wilson on the podcast before. That's how we ended up getting a hold of James Reeves. But
before the kitty touching, right?
Yeah.
No,
we didn't want to talk anything about that. You know, we were trying to be respectful.
I want to know so much about that because I obviously was a big fan of Cody Wilson. I think he's just really, really just a neat individual. But
he's like brilliant, dude.
Yeah, and just all around smart dude. I just want to know, like, all right, look, we all have our kinks. I whatever floats your boat. I wanted to know what the deal was because that sounded like entrapment all the way
like
around.
A honeypot.
From what we heard, it seems very honeypotish, and yeah, we should talk offline too.
So what I was gonna ask is, are you working on anything? Because I know you're working on the AK-50, and you're doing a lot of schematics and drawings. Whether you or somebody else who's an actual engineer.
We don't hire actual engineers around here.
I work on Microsoft Paint, you son of a bitch.
We're a bunch of self-taught assholes.
But are you looking at bringing anything 3D printed to the world on any of the stuff that you're designing or building? Because I know there's got to be other things in your mind floating around other than the AK-50. And that was just for the memes. But I know inside of that beautiful set of hair and facial hair,
there's nothing behind it. But well, we have a couple. There's definitely oh my god, there's a list of things that I want to be able to do, and different designs that we already have models for and stuff like that. Nothing 3D printed is I really don't think 3D printing is going to be practical to make actual real weapons that will run like real weapons, like without like the limitations of, you know, being easily damaged, cracked, blow up after 200 rounds. Like the only way you're going to get there is when what is that? Direct laser metal sintering, DMLS. When stuff like that becomes affordable to normal people, because right now, like
how they're printing the suppressors now, right?
So that was DMLS, but that's a polymer. The DMLS you can do for like titanium, stainless steel, Inconel. Also,
those are like $5,000 right now.
Yeah. Wait, what are
the Inconel and steel machines that SIG are using for their cans? Well, let me say it differently.
They're $5,000.
You can get one that is the size of a Creality Indoor 3 for $5,000.
Link me that shit.
Still, I will after we get off. I'll send it to you because that's
the only ones I've known of are like I think the lowest one right now is like the Metal X,
like 30.
No, that's like 90K.
$90,000. Good.
Yeah, because DMLS, that's a huge. I mean, difference between like. You go like there's 3D printing, and then there's like the printing where like it's coming up out of a solution using a laser. Like, okay, you're stepping up a little bit where you're going from like $400 to like $800 or $1,000, and then you go to DMLS, and then it's just like like $90,000. It's commercial for sure.
So it may not be DMLS. It's an
Inconel for $5,000. That's what it was. It was an Inconel for $5,000.
Laser compound printer that prints Inconel and steel. Is that different than DMLS?
I'm quite possibly. I would have to see it. I'm interested though. That I mean, even for a small print space, that's really fucking useful for prototyping because it's instant.
As soon as I saw, so SIG put out all this shit, like literally saying that the backblast of their new crazy cans were less suppressed than an unsuppressed M4. And I was like, okay, I got to look into this shit. So I started looking into, their compound, the way they build cans with, printing steel and Inconel. And I looked it up, and the smallest, most inexpensive one that I could find was $5,000. I'll send you the same link. Or it could be an ingenious individual that is robbing people.
Yeah. I would believe that first, but I'm hopeful because I really think that's gonna. You're talking about the end of gun control's feasibility.
Oh my God, it would change everything, and that's one of the things we talk about here. It's like it wasn't that long ago that 3D printing was out of the grasps of normal individuals. So where will it be in the future? Just your average goalie, really quickly. Thank you, brother, for the super chat.
We can take that real quick if you want.
Yeah, ask Brandon what would go into converting an SKS. He's a huge SKS lover. He has, he loves stripper clips because he's in California.
Converting to 5.45.
Yeah.
You need more than just a barrel change and proper headspace. You need to completely redo your bolt. Your bolt's going to be completely. I wouldn't do it. If you just want a cool 5.45 gun, get a 74, man. Because you're going to be welding and recutting your bolt. You're going to be making a new extractor because the 7.62 it's a big difference, man. And
we don't want to see. Yeah, we don't want to see on a gun fail video.
My gunsmith actually has one. My head gunsmith at the shop. He that was actually his audition to Brass Valley. He had one that he built that he had like made his own chamber reamers for it.
What?
Wow. Like he's a smart dude.
Damn, that's crazy.
He teaches me shit every now and then.
Didn't you get like 700 applications for Brass Valley?
Yeah, it was wild. I can only imagine what it would be now. But the one thing I did want to say about the 3D printing thing is like when we get to that point and it's commercially available and compact, there's some really weird implications that I don't think people have thought through that like I'm not comfortable with. It's going to be it's going to change a lot of shit really quickly. And it's kind of like the internet where it's like it's going to take a decade or so to figure out what life turns into after that point. Like it's kind of like its own singularity.
Brandon, one thing I was I talked with Dark and Dugan back in the day about is one of these third world countries, they're actually 3D printing anti-raccoon devices where you step on them and the raccoon disappears. But they're 3D printing those. I don't know if I could say that on here just to be safe, right. But those are being 3D printed. The other thing I was going to bring up
I've seen some renderings.
If you have a commercial printer, you put a dollar bill on there, you can't print it. And if it's connected to the internet, it literally sends a signal to Secret Service, if I'm not mistaken, that lets them know that you're trying to copy or print it. Like literally will not allow you to reprint it or copy or scan it.
Well, there goes my fucking retirement plan.
But that's what I'm thinking how 3D printing is going to end up coming down to. ABC, Google and all these other big companies, they're going to buy it out and turn it into a commercial endeavor where it is completely regulated and taxed through a private party and passing on information to the government. So that's kind of scary.
I would definitely could see them trying. But the open source nature of it, I honestly, and if it were, they will do things to try to shut it down. Sometimes it's as easy as just unplugging the Wi-Fi router,
Yeah. Now here's one question that we typically dive in on self-sufficiency, independence, and how you're slowly cutting yourself off the grid so you're not power dependent, water dependent, stuff of that nature. And that's kind of what we try to focus on. And we give people a backstory on how we've gotten to certain areas, where we are with gun control, liberties, throughout the world and here currently, from previous to now. Is there anything you're actually working on to become more independent on your end? Or are you just living high on the hog right now? And if it happens, it happens. Or are you building up a little infrastructure just to cover your butt if the lights go out. You know what I mean?
So I think the gamble that I'm taking is that things will be fine for long enough for me to be able to make it while the getting's good, and then use that to kind of solidify a more permanent plan. Because my whole thing right now has been basically using the revenue from YouTube, from everything, and then just like I try to stay as debt free as possible. I'm trying to get out of debt by mid part this year. And then ideally, I'm in a rental now. We have a 1-year lease. We're gonna have a 1-year lease on the building that we're leasing for the new shop. I'm gonna try to just pool as much cash as possible, and then just buy land, and just get out there to where like just debt free, as debt free as physically possible, and own as much shit free and clear as physically possible. And just have a place. I don't know if I'm going to build a house yet, or find one, or we'll see when it comes around. But I'd like to buy a house in cash, and be able to have a facility that we can do everything we need to. We can build guns, we can test fire guns on whatever out somewhere, north of San Antonio in Texas. And because I really like this area a lot. I'm a little too close to the city right now for my liking. So getting out a little bit more in the hill country, just far the fuck away from the city, to be honest. I think that's kind of where my plan is at right now.
Hey, and that just got me thinking, because I've seen you on Demo Ranch plenty of times, and I just watched the new video today, the body armor. Died laughing, loved it. But what if Matt?
I got a story on that one, by the way.
What if Matt's new intro video was you with a camper trailer parked on the range, and he just starts shooting it up, and you come out and you're like, "What the F, man? I was homesteading."
Come out like Walter White and the tidy whities, like Jesse. I was trying to cook. No, the funny I think I could tell the story. This is probably okay. We actually filmed that video like 3 weeks ago. That was a video that has been cooking for a while. While we were filming it, probably about an hour in, right? And you've got all these like HEB, the grocery store bags and shit like that. We're because the whole thing's like grocery store. Like, go to a grocery store, for those who haven't seen the video, and make homemade body armor basically for under $100 using just shit you can find in a grocery store. So we all went to HEB and did that. About halfway through filming it, I was like, "Hey guys, are people going to be mad considering there was just a grocery store shooting 2 days ago?"
Ooh.
And then everybody was like, it made the same noise, like, "Oh, fuck." And like, character just went, "Well, guess this video is coming out a little late, boys." So like, I saw that. I didn't even know it was getting posted today. I was just like, okay, I guess enough time's passed,
Yeah.
We even made a couple jokes about like, "Oh, it's even more relevant now than ever. Let's say you're in a grocery store shooting. What do you find to make like super fucked up?"
Oh my God. I would love to hear some of the humor that obviously you guys have to look out for your image on YouTube, and you can only say so much. I would love to, like, obviously you can't on your P channel, you still can't even do stuff like that. But just to hear some of the back alley talk, I just cringe, and I'm like, I know somebody said this or this or this. But one of my favorites was you, Demo, and Kentucky Ballistics, that whole feud you guys had. I loved how you guys played into that, man. You guys had me cracking up laughing. Yeah, like, really, man.
That feud, when I was brought into that, I was not told in advance that I was being brought into that. And so it was like a surprise, right?
Kentucky and Matt freaking already had this planned out, and they were like, "Yo, let's bring Brandon into this shit."
And I was, and when I found out about it, I was hung over. I had tied one on the night before with a friend of mine. We just went out downtown Raleigh and just fucking did a bunch of like god awful hooligan shit. And so I'm feeling like death. I roll over and I'm just like, why do I have 4,000 death threats from 12-year-olds? And then I'm like, oh, and I watched that part of the video. I'm like, I text Scott. I'm like, you son of a bitch. It's all good fun though. We're all like kind of IRL friends, so it's kind of neat just the way that dynamic works.
I knew there was no real drama or anything. Obviously, we knew it was playing on everything. But when you caught the COVID, dude, when you caught COVID after the circle bar, you know, it's the square bar and nobody knew where it was at, and you caught COVID and you did your whole, it was what, not like Ash versus Evil with the chainsaw. And stuff like that. Love that, man. I absolutely love that. You had me cracking up.
That shit was hilarious.
I appreciate it, dude, because I'm a big, like, I'm a nerd for certain shit like that. Like the Evil Dead stuff. I always loved the fucking Evil Dead movies. So like I was like, okay, this anytime I get an excuse to do shit that I actually fucking like, we'll go way high effort. We're like, hey, we will not get enough of a return on this to make it worth the effort. But we think it's really fun.
Hell
we'll
yeah.
do shit like that, you know.
Yeah, that's
like a 3-episode thing, I think.
Yeah. You're a movie buff, right?
A little bit, I'd say, yeah.
So there was a movie back in the day that it was an amazing movie. It took place in London in 2010 or some shit like that, or 2000. The villain looked like Venom, like you would actually expect to see Venom. It was with Rutger Hauer. It was called Split Second, and they didn't have a lot of promotion out there. But the line that comes from that movie that's been used in a lot of other movies is, "We need bigger fucking guns." I highly recommend you watch that movie, dude, because you'll get a kick out of it. Split Second. Okay. And if you just Google it, you'll see like some Venom-looking, symbiote-looking thing behind Rutger Hauer. And he's the type of guy where he takes his coffee, pours in almost nothing but sugar, and then shares it with somebody else's pen, and then hands it back to him. Oh, God. I love the guy. Yeah. 3 days.
I haven't even heard that shit. I gotta check that out. Real quick, 2A EDU said, thanks for the stream. Brandon, if you're going to be in Georgia near the end of May, I hope to see you there.
Wait, is that the real 2A EDU? Dude, if that's the real 2A EDU, I got your stickers, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, Brandon, for interrupting you.
No, dude, you're good. I think I know what you're referring to. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it or not yet. We'll see. I would like to, but I'm not sure if I can yet. Just because now Georgia is no longer driving distance for me, which is kind of weird. So
yeah. Well, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. And Detective John Kimball, of course, asked Brandon if he is getting a Bison kit.
Oh yeah, from Chitin. I would love one. I know Kyle, and so we've talked before and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure I've already sent him money pre-ordering at least a lot of the parts that I would have needed for that. I have a bolt.
Bro, could you just turn a calico upside down and change like the Bren?
Not quite.
Just change the firing group. Just say it.
Well, I think if you grab
a crate, that's right up over there.
That's a curse.
Get an AKS 74U. And a calico and just smash them together until it works.
Or shake them up in a bag for a little while. Yeah, day.
Oh, so I posted a while back. I had said, Brandon, I have something that you want, and if you send me a signed dong, I'll send this to you.
Oh, you fucker.
This was my license plate for like 4 years, and anybody, I just dox myself. I don't give a fuck.
Awesome.
I got 2, so it's yours if you want it. If I get a signed dong, that's all.
Dude, you know what fucking has shocked me about the AK market with dongs?
What's that?
The dong used to be trash. Like,
oh my god, everyone hated it.
They were like $10.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're like 120 fucking bucks.
Are they really?
Yeah, like some of the reverse dongs are fucking crazy. Like sometimes you can pick them up for like 70, 80, but like they're sought after.
Damn. Yeah, I mostly want it just for. Oh, hold on. 28EDU says I've been watching you guys from the beginning. Usually the playback while cutting grass. Well, thank you,
dude. Really, we do appreciate you, man. We try to build a community and try to incorporate other people and other YouTube people involved in this, and see if we can open up avenues where everybody will work together and bring different subscribers to different channels and help everybody out. So that's one of the things that we're trying to do.
We'd love to do a collab. I mean, that we had Nicholas Green Outdoors come in our chat one day, and we were like, "Yo, hop on, let's do a," So like, this is how cool shit happens. So, thank you guys. What's up, GKT? Hammer down. Sorry guys, I don't mean to ignore chat, man. I love y'all. It's just
a hard thing to balance.
I know. Yeah. Plus, I got Brandon here, man. Like, come on.
Yes. Hopefully, I haven't been super disappointing. I've been told that by many women.
Are you allowed to claim the title of AK Jesus? Because Gun Jesus is Ian. So
yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with AK Jesus. I feel like that's a good spot. People are like, no, he's Gun Jesus. I'm like, Ian. No. Ian kind of likes that moniker.
He also donned the whole thorn crown and everything.
As long as he has more subs than I do, he gets first pick on nicknames. So
yeah, I feel like AK Daddy. So that's what some people are saying.
It was the one. Was like Papa Kalash. Yeah,
I do like that.
AK Dad or Daddy Kalash. Like,
yeah. People calling you Daddy in the chat. You're like, I don't like that one.
Like Mike from Garantham. Was like, oh, so when did you know your comment section was completely off the fucking rails?
Yeah, when they called me Flannel Daddy. Yeah. One question I have: you're a Mosin fan?
Yeah. I don't. Well, I kind of own one. I don't own a full Mosin right now. I have the Mobrez.
That's so I love that one.
That's exactly
flashbang. Handheld flashbang.
Yeah. So my question to you is, if there was another firearm that you would love to have in the Obrez variety, what would you like to see, or what would you like to have, or build, or whatever?
Probably an Enfield, because I'd love to turn it into one of those little Jawa blasters from fucking Star Wars.
Oh, yes.
Which I think was just like, I think that was a real thing. I think that was actually made, if I'm not, I could be completely retarded, by the way. But I think it was a World War II thing where the British used it, like the super short cut down fucking Enfields with that tube at the end as a smoke grenade launcher. They'd put blanks in it, shoot smokes or shit
if
like
I'm
that.
Damn.
I remember that there was a lot of rocket propelled grenades launched off of rifles and smoke grenades launched off of rifles back then. Very interesting that there wasn't a lot of testing for them. They basically kind of said, "Oh, it works one time. Let's issue it to these guys and we'll figure it out."
Yeah, well, that was your R&D. You're like, let's give this to like 30 dudes and just see what happens. Let's see what their experience was like.
It sounds like the original concept of Brass Valley.
Basically, yeah.
Dude, like, hey, I love the play on that of like Silicon Valley. It is like a jab to it's the best.
Right. That's the one thing I like. I had the name before I had the concept. I think that's kind of neat. Like I like the idea of like a Silicon Valley startup for the gun industry. I think that's just
hell yeah,
cool idea.
2AEU is back in here. The Paratrooper Rami RPK Dong is now worth more than most rifles. It's true, I promise. I was just blown away. I thought I was asking for a really cheap piece of kit.
It's really weird. That the Dong has got it going on, I guess, right now.
Brandon, I'm pretty sure you can find him a cheaper dong you can autograph silicone style mail to him, right?
I was gonna say I could probably find you a cheaper dong downtown.
Shit, I'll take any dog at this point.
Oh God, dude.
Yeah, that one.
glad
I'm
we're
gonna
not
let
editing.
that one right. I'm gonna let that one lay right there.
Someone's gonna like cut just that moment and then just get it out there. Luckily, no one will ever fucking see this. I'm just kidding. Okay, all I want for Christmas is an AK-50. Okay, I know.
Me too, buddy.
Brendan Herrera, what is the best comm block? Hold on. What is the best comm block gun ever made in your opinion?
I mean, the obvious answer. You know, you got the. I really do think it is the AK, like the AK platform as a whole, especially the later iterations, because I mean they put a lot into it. There's a lot went into. Every time you open up an AK and you look at like the bolt carrier, you look at everything, like especially if you try to replicate it, like model it right in CAD, you will find so many criminally autistic details that were done for your like why was this done? Like we found out the other day, like the center of mass on a AK bolt carrier is shifted. It's offset by like 12 thousandths of an inch.
Really?
And that's like that in the specs. It's off center. And we're like,
what the fuck?
Why? And we still don't know. There's so many just little details like that, little things that you think is like a nick, and then you're like, that's on all of them. What the fuck is that? What is that? Is it a clearance cut? Is that was here from the machining? Like what? Is it the jig that you use just over drilled here? Like there's so much little shit behind the AK. It's super cool.
And there's gotta be a reason. Like I mean, it was so far ahead of its time. And now granted, I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying guns like the AK, you know, that oh great. They're already quoting, I'll take any dong at this point. Thank you guys.
I would assume it's a machinist with a little bit too much vodka, and he was just a little out of spec, and it worked. And they were like, "Let's roll with it, man." But I keep on seeing in the comments the PPSH, and I absolutely love that. Aesthetically, it's one of the most beautiful firearms I've ever seen in my life. And from everything that I've heard, I think you shot one or two, Brandon, and they look like they are very controllable and enjoyable to shoot, as in just satisfaction that is right, almost like a laser. I'm feeling, but I don't know how the spread is.
Right. So it's dog shit by modern standards in most ways, but like for the time period, 71 rounds of 7.62 by 25 Tokarets. Fucking insane. Assuming you can get all of them fired, because they do run like dog shit sometimes, I've found. And I'm not sure, I've never been able to verify if that's because of bad rewelds, like bad rebuilds, or if that's the design. Because you don't really have a lot of original non-rebuild PPSH ones.
Do the stick mags run better than the drums?
So I found out this about the stick mags. Naturally, the way you want to hold that gun is by holding the magazine, right? Mm-hmm. Apparently, there's so much play in the fucking mag release thing in the back that by holding it there, you can make the gun jam. Yeah, because it nosedives the cartridge by just enough to smack into the front. And I don't know if you know anything about open bolt machine guns, but that's not good. When you have a fixed firing pin. But thankfully, I've never had a catastrophic malfunction with them. But it's just, it's just enough to gum out the gun.
Yeah. One thing that talking about military and military, which Israeli military and Israeli police are about the same thing. America's favorite rifle, the Ruger 1022, they had a full auto version, short barrel, bull barrel, integrally suppressed, that they used to use for hostage negotiations. So they would light open a burst of, at 100 yards away to be able to stop a terrorist in a hostage situation. And I still think they're running with those for special units. A 22 caliber for hostage negotiation. Because
What is
25 angry bees coming at your face.
Oh God, I'm just thinking of like, hey, there's lots of hostages, meaning there are lots of heartbeats around this person that we don't want to like penetrate with a high velocity projectile. So let's just spew a lot of them at once.
They originally proposed this to be riot control, and I'm like, oh, so you just dump a whole stick mag of 22 full auto into a crowd.
The magazine
control.
The magazine says, "To whom it may concern."
God,
fuck.
That's terrible.
I love looking at some of these things like what is it, the BR 180 or something like that. The top
the American 180, yeah, the AM 180.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was used in actual police pursuit, and the cop lit up a suspect trying to leave in a car or this or that. 180 rounds just dumped in there. It blows my mind on some of the different calibers that military and the police have actually used, and were effective, you know, from time to time, but immediately, you know, they went to more standardized equipment. It just blows my mind on a couple of these things. But
I think the AM-180 was used a lot in prisons, if I'm not mistaken, too. Like
I think I heard something like that.
Some shit like that. I don't know. I'd love to own one. That's one of those guns.
Yeah.
I'm not actively looking for one, but every once in a while, when I remember it exists, I try to find one.
Yeah, dude, they're nasty. Super rare.
James
though.
Reeves. He had that guy on that had one, and I guess he's got a couple connections where when one comes up available, he'll be notified right away.
Well, shit. Yeah, because I mean, I could get it. I can convert it. Converting shit full auto is way easier than people think.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think they were all legally full auto though, right?
Yeah, no, they were full. But there's a lot of semi-auto ones floated, like the ones you find on the on the open market. You a lot. Like
I'm thinking like a civilian. Because I was like, oh man, there's like less than 10 on the registry, but obviously, being a manufacturer, that doesn't matter.
Right. It's like we have an app for that. I pay the government a good bit of money to be able to be able to do that without going to jail.
So what's your loadout if you were to like go to town, WROL, SHTF, whatever you want to call it, without rule of law? Laws didn't matter. What would you do? Your whole loadout.
A Makarov with one bullet.
Well, that's less than lethal. No, I'm kidding. And I'm joking about the 9x18. Like, I fuck with the Makarov.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I like my AKS 74U is pretty neat. I like that gun. That, and I've got a carrier rig that's loaded up with 3 mags, a 7N6. So like that's pretty much my go-to. Although my bedside gun is MP5, full auto suppressed MP5 with if I have enough time, most likely it's just gonna be me like butt ass naked, like turning on the flashlight, trying to like light up a fucking home intruder. But if there is time, like I have a.
He's got a dong.
Yeah, right. And a gun. But I've got a Safe Life Defense Frass vest that's also hanging up. I have a Galatech, like we have a his and hers Galatech. Actually, it's kind of funny, but it's just got my Makarov, my MP5, and a Safe Life Frass vest that also has 3 magazines for the MP5 on it. So that's. Frass Vest is rated for like, I don't know, 762x39, up to 762x39 and 5.56. So like perfectly comfortable, perfectly fine for anything up to that. And obviously if they're using
flexible soft armor, rifle armor.
Yeah. And I run entirely subs too, because I'm running the can and everything like that. Because like if you're gonna make me kill you, I'm not going to lose any more of my hearing because I already find it very difficult to talk at dinner parties. So
FMJ or Hollow Point. Dark, put up B3 Outdoor Independent, his comment. I like that.
Oh, hey, that's nice.
Hell yeah, thanks, buddy. That's great.
Tyler's
So
cool.
do you run FMJ or subsonic hollow points? And obviously, I know you've done at least a little bit of testing here and there. And from what I've seen, subsonic hollow points don't really do their job. It's better to have wad cutters, from what I've seen.
I wouldn't. I haven't delved into the data that much, if I'm being perfectly honest. So I don't doubt that you're correct on that. That sounds right. But right now I just run. I run like the red wax coated fucking lead projectiles, because it's not really going to be the individual bullet that does it. It's going to be the fact that there's 30 of them in 2 seconds. That's going to be the humdinger for the most part.
They're gonna have like CSI in there, like he must have hit him with 2 shotgun blasts to the sternum. Nope, it was an MP5 Magnum.
Officer, I don't know what you're talking about. I clearly use this cheap handgun. I don't mind being in an evidence locker for 2 years.
Exactly.
Don't touch my MP5, man.
The Jimenez.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
The more holes you put in, bad guys reach room temperature a lot quicker. I remember somebody's mentioning that. Or Donut. I think Donut mentioned the room temperature challenge.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. Oh my
dude,
God.
we joked about that prison video because I was over at his house when he was editing. He was finishing up editing that video, and they showed me the shot of the dude who, like, he took the prison guard hostage, and then they were all around him in riot gear. He was like up a staircase, and this officer is a total fucking badass. He's got a non-lethal shotgun, and he just goes, because the dude's got like a knife at the dude's throat, and he's like, fuck you. It's like 20 yards.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like, nope. Draws his pistol, fires 2 shots, head taps the motherfucker.
Oh.
And they're like, beautiful. And I'm like, I joked about it. I joked about this one thing. And then I guess he asked Twitter, he asked somebody to do it for him. And the video is now on Donut's Twitter, where I said you should do the Fallout VATS. It's just like thing, like click, like on the head, and it is perfect,
dude.
Oh my God!
He literally like canoed that guy one-handed, like and the transition. It's not even like a fast transition. Like this dude just dropped, drew one-handed, boom, and boom, boom, boom. But still, like, it was
a 2 tap, and I don't even think the second tap was necessary. I think it was like the first one, like, he found that motherfucker's off switch. Like, it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was done.
Yeah, that was impressive.
No, the first one was supposed to be the shot across the bow, like in the Navy. You shoot one over the bow just to let them know that you're not fucking around. And he was a little bit off center with the bow shot.
Yeah. That one.
Dude, he's got some serious confidence with his pistol skills to pull that.
Bro, for real, for one-handed action too, man, that's intense. Real quick, Light, I'm sorry. A few, can I get my stream in Cornflower Blue? So a few people have asked, so hopefully I'm not overstepping, I'm just curious. People are asking if you have a baby on the way.
I'm done. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm wondering why people are asking that. Do you know something I don't? Because I don't.
I better not know something.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I do.
You didn't know about the live stream channel?
You didn't know about the thing?
What?
No, man. I don't believe so.
That's good. I like how you didn't answer that with extreme confidence, because you do never know, right?
I am not trying to fucking tempt God. All right? Yeah. That's I'm very comfortable with the trajectory of my life at this moment, and one day, but not.
You remember our first phone call?
Oh yeah.
When I was like, "Hey, yeah, my daughter wants to say hi to you. Hold on, stop doing that. Don't kick the seat. Get ready for that shit, bro."
Oh yeah, no. God's gonna curse with as much shit as I've fucking done in my life. God's gonna curse me with a daughter. I know it.
Brandon, I'm just giving you a heads up, and I have 3 of my own children. 15, 5, and 3 going on 4. And I tell everybody, kids are the original STD. And they stick with you for life, and they're
I was gonna say they stick around just as long.
Yep.
I'd rather have herpes.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
That shit's crazy. Well, Dan, dude, we're at the hour and 20 mark, man, and I know your time is super valuable.
Depends on who you ask.
If I was asking your accountant or CPA, no, I'm kidding. So, do you have any questions for us about Dugan, about the channel? Just because we were talking prior,
right.
Or you have any questions about what address to send the signed dong to?
Yeah, oh, don't worry. I can find that by looking up that plate number. No, man. I'm glad to hear he's doing well. Been a while. So,
you mentioned you actually saw him, right?
Yeah, I don't without risking doxing as like specific details of when and where, industry function and whatever. But met the dude in person before, and it seems like a cool dude. His humor was fucking on point. So like maybe one day he comes back in the fold, and that'd be all right with me. I always enjoyed his stuff,
Hell yeah.
Hey, I just want to make sure, just to let everybody on here know, because every big YouTuber that we've had come on so far, apparently we've had blackmail evidence on every single one, and we're the feds. So are we manipulating you right now? Do we have anything on you?
No.
Stop linking in Morse code, damn it.
Oh my god. No, not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's
we'll let you know. We'll let you know with some cut up newspapers and magazines. We'll mail it to you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. I get my my ransom fucking note in the mail.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh man.
Dude, thank you for coming on, man.
Absolutely.
You're fucking awesome.
Hey, we give all of our guests, or we try to, the ability to name the podcast or the live stream. And with Cody Wilson, the 3D printer, he was like, "Oh man, you're putting me on the spot." Shit, fuck. I'm like, okay, good. We're gonna roll with
shit fuck. Awesome.
Yeah,
I can't top that. That's amazing.
Literally named it shit fuck.
The shit fuck.
What would you like to call this?
You get to name the stream anything you want. Brandon's got a baby. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say 3 dudes and a baby.
Oh God! I'll take it. I'll take it. James Reeves, before we got him on, he mentioned us on one of his streams, and he was saying these 3 guys look like they're stealing copper from houses under construction. But I'm gonna be on with them on live stream. We're like, son of a bitch.
Dude, James has got some humdingers.
Oh yeah, he's quick-witted for sure.
Yeah, sometimes some of those guys are like, intimidatingly quick wit.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'd love to send you a little care package for coming on, man. So let's talk later, man. And thanks. And I don't see any other final questions for you, brother. So we'll let you go. We'll stick around for a few minutes and chat like giddy girls about how we had you on. And, we'll go from there.
Dude, I appreciate it. It's been awesome, guys.
Hell yeah. Thanks, brother. Take care, man.
You too, man. Thanks.
Thank you, man. Right. Be safe.
Later, bud.
That was fucking awesome, man.
Dude, that was fucking sweet. We had Brandon Herrera on, man. You can't freaking beat that. AK Jesus, dude.
Can someone give me the middle guy's channel if he has one? It's Light, man. Oh yeah, Light. Plug your channel now that you're starting to do some more on there.
What is it? It's Cliff Light YouTube. I don't even know my own channel. I recorded a video the other night, just showing what I'm planning on to to do and help boost this channel for recording self-sufficiency, building stuff, chicken coop, water storage, stuff of that nature. Dark, you probably know it better than I do. What is it, Cliff Light on YouTube?
Sorry,
I don't know.
I'm looking at all these people's. I believe it is Cliff Light. I don't want to send them to the wrong channel. I'm trying to go back to find. Yeah, it's too far back in chat.
I have 2 videos.
Yeah,
one was 6 months ago and one was last night. Just giving y'all a heads up. And I was drunk on both of them, so I'm not going to change the format.
Oh my god, all the shit you guys are saying is hilarious. Rapidly fans eyes. 3 dudes in 1 cup. Oh god. There we go. At Cliff Light. There you go. Yeah, Cliff Light, and it should be a picture of, isn't it like you with an American flag kind of colors in it or something like that?
I believe so. It should be an American flag behind me if it's the thumbnail. Whatever the video is, it should just be my ugly fucking mug in about the same position where I'm at now.
I was just texting him saying thank you, man. That was fucking awesome, man. Yeah, dude. So hell yeah.
Thanks, Space Texan. Appreciate you, brother.
Let me pull up your channel. I tried. Hold on. Cliff Light. Oh yeah, and when you do it, filter your search to find channels. There you go. Yeah, it's got an American flag in the background.
Oh my god, I got 28 subscribers. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's probably.
I wouldn't have known that. No, my family doesn't even know about that. I started that off a while back ago and didn't even know if I was ever going to do anything with it. And then last night I'm like, fuck. Well, oh shit, I can record a video. Oh shit, I do have a channel. I forgot about that. I was like, fuck it. Let's try something.
Yeah,
so
Tara.
Maybe after 2 more of these, I'll be recording another video tonight.
Well, that will be interesting to say the least. You won't have anyone to stop you on videos anymore.
Hey, how to use Quick Clot?
Yeah, right. Oh man, you must read slowly. Lots of new. Yeah, so I think a lot of our other subs that came out of the woodwork to see when they see a name like that jumped on, and also like CRS plugged the video. So a lot of new people are coming in and shit. But hold on, let me check something.
Thanks, Bacon. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, guys, go sub to his channel. It's always good to keep as many backup channels as we can too, because like Brandon was saying, if you get 3 strikes within 90 days, it is channel deletion immediately, and each one of our, I don't even want to say it because apparently the algo looks for people that specifically discuss it, but you could click on one of our videos and get 3 strikes in the first half an hour.
Space Texan, all I see is Cliff Light with a red race car. Why can't YouTube give me the right results? No, that was me with a red race car racing at Sebring for the Not So 24 Hours of Sebring. I was not aware I had another channel. So, hey, let me figure out how to get access that one, and I'll do automotive stuff too.
Quick Clot, can I just tourniquet it? Both will feel like, one will be surgically removed, one will feel like it's surgically removed. 3 strikes, your intro. Dude, I know, like, no matter what. Oh yeah, Quick Clot burns, bro. It looks like gunpowder. It probably is good. So just so you guys know, Quick Clot cauterizes your wound, right? It burns. It's got a thermal reaction to moisture. Thoughts on Jill Kelly? I don't even know who that is right off the top. Oh, are you asking about chicks again? Jesus. Hold on. Ignored. Hold on. I didn't ignore anything on purpose. Let me go back. That's what it's all about. One more big name to add to the clout counter. Yeah, no, this isn't about clout, my friend. Has Dark ever explained why he kept the name Dark Lake Dugan? Here we go. Well, it's funny because obviously we kept it sheerly out of laziness. You know, and a lot of people are saying like, oh, you know, you guys are perpetrating now that Dugan hasn't been on for 30 days. So we just didn't change it out of sheer laziness and just, you know, continuing the channel name. But we've been having a lot of discussions. If you watch our streams, you see that we've had several discussions about it, and also given our you know, people like the ability to have some input on it too. And I think that we've landed on one.
We landed on two, but one of them is going to be for the main channel, and the second one is going to be the B channel. And B stands for builds.
Yeah. So crypto, my channel name is just Dark Mavis. It's, if you go to Dark Mavis, you'll see a picture of my daughter bending down to pick up a smoke bomb. I think I have like 112 or 120 subscribers or something like that. Not a whole lot. So we kind of merged two ideas because we do want to keep DLD because it's like that's who we are. So I'm thinking after a conversation we had, if we merge two ideas, it would allow us to keep DLD and it would turn us to is that us on the TV? That's great. It would be Dark Light Discussions.
There we go.
Dark Light Discussions After Dark. Because we like the After Dark theme because it's like we do the shit after dark. There's a lot of different elements to it. So we're likely going to land on DLD After Dark. And we had said, after the Brandon Herrera stream, thanks, brother. After the Brandon Herrera stream, you know, we'll change our name and then announce it. And you stole that from us. Thank you. I'm just kidding. I'm not that petty.
Wait, who stole what?
Oh no, they stole the ability for us to say, "Hey guys, we changed the name." You know, like it's not like we're trying to milk Dugan's name anymore. And just so you know, like he was the one that told us to milk his fucking name. All right.
So basically, the way everything happened was it was to be able to pass out good information, and he gave us permission in the beginning if we wanted to monetize it. And, you know, that's one thing that I wanted to make sure that I never did with the podcast. And, you know, this is the YouTube stream. And, you know, there's a difference from the podcast and the YouTube stream. I'd love to keep on things going with the podcast also, because we can get a lot more controversial on a lot of things versus YouTube. But it was one of those. And then as time rolls on, you know, the ideology starts building up more and more and becomes something where, you know, nobody wants to back away, but at the same time, you know, there's an opportunity to be able to grow and hopefully build upon it. And, you know, obviously it's not about making money. If we're able to pull in some type of income, you know, it would go towards Wildcore, building up the channel or doing things to be able to help other people out. I don't want to, which I have no control over, but I don't want to make money and show all y'all how I have this brand new still and how I'm doing my water manufacturing, or how I'm doing all these other things. We want to be able to pass all this type of stuff on to y'all too. So whenever we get big enough, if we can, we would love to be able to do, instead of the hodgepodge gift box from Matthew Tellhart, which made freaking some awesome stuff, into being able to send irrigation, water collection, stuff like that, actually help people out and make a bigger impact, and try to keep on passing out good information and go from there. So, it is what it is, and we're going to keep on, pushing forward and trying to do the best we can. But we're not worried about if we get shut down or canceled. It don't freaking matter to us, because there's always another channel. There's always another way or another avenue to be able to push things forward. So this is one of the things that we want to convey to y'all, is anything that this channel becomes and grows from, we want to be able to pass this stuff on to y'all. And, we'll go from there. But, we're not there yet. And maybe one day we might actually be there. We have to watch our P's and Q's for certain things. We can't go talking about people who make shoes and not little elves. We can't go about talking about certain things, but we have other avenues to be able to do that.
Have to say it like that.
Yeah, but even just talking the truth and passing out like real historical facts can get us in trouble. So, I would like to keep the podcast rolling and, go from there also, for people who don't want their faces to be seen, and have multiple levels of media and information to be able to bring to people. I wish I could have had Officer Grimm on our live stream, but obviously, we don't want him to be doxxed. We don't want his face to be shown. There's quite a few people in this community that I haven't been able to get a hold of, or I dropped the ball because my own family matters, and I lost some amazing content that could have been on here. So, gentlemen, ladies, I would like for y'all to help us out. Bring some not characters, but bring some good people to the forefront, and let's see if we can be able to pass out some good information between all of us. So, this is what a community is for, is to be able to help each other out.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. And this just nailed it too. Like, if so, we have the ability to, get loud voices like the end is near, beware mentioned. And the goal is to spread the message, our message, the channel's message, regardless of who the fuck is here. Even if I've got, hit by a bus tomorrow, Light would carry the torch, right? Like, whatever fucking happens, the most important thing is that we spread our message as far and as wide as possible. And these are the means that are best to do that. And if we get canned, we get canned. If we don't, we don't. So, this is going to attract.
I'm sorry for interrupting, brother. I love you, and I love everybody else here tonight. Thank you all for being a part of this. I got to bounce. I'm getting harassed by my neighbors, and I'm going to go say hi to them. So, love all y'all, man, for real. Dark, freaking dude, you're doing a fucking bang-up job.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, brother. Love you too.
Pulling my... All right. Have a great night. Be safe.
Love you, man. Peace. Okay, I see someone say Dark acknowledge me. Gerchop. Okay, I don't see anything else from you. And just so y'all know, like, if like I don't mean to ever ignore anyone. I'm going back through trying to see. I don't see anything from you, Gerchop. Do you just need acknowledgement or love? Gerchop, I love you. Thank you. Fuck your neighbors. Yeah, everyone show Gerchop some love. Tell him how much you love him. Yeah, that was That was dope. I mean, guys, if you think about it, that was Brandon fucking Herrera. Just kidding. I do that after every big guest. Yeah, no, dude. The goal is to spread the message as far and as wide as possible, and that's always going to be the goal. And anything that Garchop, there's a man in Oregon that runs cryptid tours that says it's his life mission to get killed by a Sasquatch. Thank you for that information. That is important. CRS is talking about some strange stuff tonight. When does he not talk about some strange stuff tonight? Oh, I think, wasn't I supposed to hop on with him after this? Hold on.
Really gruesome.
Hold on.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Oh, he's got the Ted Pill guy on. That's right. I just
Gas chamber.
told him, what's up, brother? Okay, sorry. Okay, y'all. So that was fucking dope. Darklight Dugan, I got your back, man, 100%. I see your pops, and I'm free. I'm clicking. Oh, got you. Pops like notifications. That's what's up. Tickle, tickle, Gerchow. Damn. Being murdered by Bigfoot sounds like a bad way to go. Bro, can you imagine just literally being fucking ripped apart? Like, dude, not something I want to do. What's a Ted Pill? Apparently it's a human being. That looks like a Call of Duty operator. Oh, he wants me to come on. Hold on. We'll see. I'd rather just stay with y'all. Someone with a skull mask. Wow, controlled op. Oh my god, he wants me to come on. Should I not? Should I not? Just kidding. Okay, Dirt, he was earlier than he went to do his live stream. Yeah, no, he came in just, he wanted to grab the link and shout it out and drop it on his channel. That's how I also feel on the inside, but as a man, I don't show emotions. Bro, you don't go too far away from your emotional side, man. You are a human. You're a human being, and you are allowed to show emotion. The whole, men are supposed to be let's mob the CRS chat. We should just go in and put hashtag DLD all through that bitch. Yeah, your emotions are super important, bro. Anyone want to guess what snack out? Oh shit, you may have seen the box. Anyone want to guess what snack I was munching on while we were doing this? Let me text CRS. Guys, I have not fired a live round. Well, I've not been to a shooting range in over a year. Tomorrow I am actually going to the shooting range. All right. How hard do you think I'm going to have to work? Oh, shit. He's put me on his live stream via phone. Hang on. Hey, what's up, brother? You're live on my live stream, and I imagine I am live on your live stream.
Oh, you want to just join mine?
I mean, I'm down to, but my whole mob of people is going to come with me.
Whatever.
Do you want me to come on?
Yeah, shoot me an email so I can reply to you with the link.
All right. You guys, let's go mob the CRS chat. All right, let's do this. All right, y'all. Thank you. I love y'all. Let's go freaking crash the party at the CRS lounge. And Make sure you hit Darklight Dugan and put Darklight Dugan, Brandon Herrera all over that bitch. I love y'all. Thank you for coming along. Peace. Sorry about that. I forgot to actually turn off the live stream. That's an important part. Love y'all. Peace.